Hello and welcome to the second section of Give Yourself a Break. And in this session, we're going to have a little bit of a theme with the meditations. And the first theme is simply this idea of mindfulness as being about paying attention. And in both poems that I'm going to read, one of the main themes of the poems is simply about paying attention to the things around you, whether it's people, whether it's nature, in a sense, whether it's your own feelings and your own sense of awareness. So the poems and obviously a lot of the meditations are about paying attention, particularly to your breathing, but also to your feelings and so on. The other theme is the idea of the negativity bias, the sense that we have of tending to notice bad things and being aware of bad things more than we are aware of the positive things, and often being aware of the bad things in ourselves. So the two meditations, the first meditation is a breathing meditation, and the second meditation is a kindness to self, in which we try to bring a sense of warmth and kindness and compassion towards ourselves. So we'll begin with a poem, and this is a poem by an American poet called Ross Gay, and it's called Sorrow Is Not My Name. No matter the pull towards the brink, no matter the florid deep sleep awaits, there is a time for everything. Look, just this morning, a vulture nodded his red, grizzled head at me, and I looked at him, admiring the sickle of his beak. Then the wind kicked up, and after arranging the good suit of feathers, he up and took off, just like that. And to boot, there are on this planet alone something like 2 million naturally occurring sweet things, some with names so generous as to kick the steel from my knees. Agave, persimmon, stickball, the purple okra I bought at the market. Think of that. The long night, the skeleton in the mirror, the man behind me at the bus taking notes. Yeah. But look, my niece is running through a field, calling my name. My neighbour sings like an angel. And at the end of my block, there is a basketball court. I remember my colour's green. I'm spring. So, to begin with, make sure that you are in a comfortable position, either lying down or in a chair, meditation stool, whatever it is that is making you comfortable at this time. So just get yourself well prepared and take 1 or 2 deep breaths in and out. So if it's helpful for you, shut your eyes, or if you need to lower your head, do that. And just begin by becoming aware of your surroundings. Maybe the temperature of the room, maybe any sounds from inside where you are or outside. Maybe a sense of your posture, or maybe a sense of the feel of your clothes and the contact of your clothes with your body. So just try and bring your awareness to yourself and to your present environment. And now, see if it's possible to check out your emotional landscape. How are you feeling at this moment in time? Are you happy? Are you a bit worried about anything? Are you excited? Are you bored? Are you anxious? Just take some time to just tune in to your emotional landscape. And as you settle, start to become in tune with your breath. The inhalation and the exhalation. And you don't need to change your breath in any way. Just allow your breath to breathe itself. Don't force it, make it longer or shorter, deeper or softer. Just spend a few moments tuning in to your natural breath, the breath that's with you all the time. And now we're going to take our awareness to the breath in different parts of the body. And it doesn't matter if you don't experience anything. It's enough just to take your awareness to this particular part and be aware as much as you can of the breathing. So to begin, take your awareness to your breath, going in and out to your chest. See if you can experience the movement of the ribs as you inhale and the movement of the ribs as you exhale. Do you get a sense of the body maybe being rocked by this movement of the breath, the movement in and the movement out? Now, if you can, take your attention to the tummy area. Again, is it possible to be aware of the movement in and the movement out, the inhalation and the exhalation? And again, if you don't notice anything, that's fine. We're not trying to make things happen. We're just trying to be aware of what is happening for ourselves at this time. And now, if you can, I'd like you to take your awareness to your back, to the top of your back, from your shoulders right down the length of your shoulder blades. See if you can be aware of the sense of the breath in this area. It's not going to be as obvious as in the front. It's going to be more subtle. See if there's any sense of the breath moving your shoulders and your shoulder blades and the whole of the top of your back. And every now and again, just check in with your posture. Is it still a good posture for breathing? You're not slouching. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your feet are firmly on the floor. And also, just be aware of when your mind wanders and just say to yourself, thinking. And don't beat yourself up about it, but just take your awareness back to the breathing and back to that part of the body you're breathing into. So now, if it's possible, I'd like to take your awareness further down your back to the middle of your back. And see if you can be aware of any movement of the breath in this part of your body. A movement in and a movement out. Now, if it's possible, take that awareness to the small of your back. Any sense of the breath going in and right at the bottom of your back. And then maybe the sides of your body. Any sense of the breath breathing into your left side of your body. And the right side of your body. What do you notice? And just check in again with your attention. Has your mind wandered off? If it has, gently invite it back to the breathing. Now, see if you can be aware of the inhalation and exhalation of the breath in your nose. What do you notice about the quality of the breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out? Do you get a sense maybe of the breath being cooler on the inhalation and warmer on the exhalation, or any difference in the quality, in the smoothness of the breath? Just spend a few moments exploring the sense of the breath going in and out of your nose. As we come towards the end of the meditation, see if you can bring an awareness to the whole of your body. And just be aware of where you are experiencing the breath in any part of your body, maybe through your nose, your throat, your chest. Just spend a few months being aware of the whole body breathing. And maybe as well, just check in with your emotional landscape. How do you feel at this moment in time? And also just check in with your body. Just a quick scan through your body. Notice any differences in maybe tension, differences in just generally how your body feels at this moment in time. So we're going to bring the meditation to a close, but only stop when you're ready. There's no rush. Take your time to come out of the meditation, maybe with some small movements of your hands and your fingers. Just no need to rush, just take your time. So I'm now going to read a poem by one of my favourite poets, Seamus Heaney, an Irish poet. And this poem it's a very simple poem, but it's a poem about awareness and about how when we have awareness, we are able to notice more things and experience more things. And it begins with the line, "Had I not been awake?" And I think that's a really interesting beginning, and also followed by, "I would have missed it." And these apply to something very simple, but can apply to lots of things in our lives. about things we miss because either physically or emotionally we're not awake to things. Had I not been awake, I would have missed it. A wind that rose and whirled until the roof pattered with the quick leaves of the sycamore and got me up, the whole of me a patter, alive and ticking like an electric fence. Had I not been awake, I would have missed it. It came and went too unexpectedly, and almost, it seemed, dangerously, hurting like an animal at the house, a courier blast that there and then lapsed ordinary, but not ever after, and not now. So the final meditation is a kindness to self meditation, using phrases, words, you might call them mantras, but whatever it is. And as I said before at the beginning, the kindness to self is used, or can be used in some ways, to alleviate this negativity bias that we're all born with, something that is not unusual. It's just the way in which the human brain has been wired over time. And often the negativity that we bring to ourselves as much as we bring to other things and other people. And the kindness to self is just a simple way of trying to bring to yourself some sense of warmth and kindness. And for some people, this is very difficult. Some people find these meditations a little bit strange, a little bit odd. But I think the way to look at them is, it's a bit like sowing a seed. We wait and see if it grows. We wait and see if it makes a difference. And like all practice in meditation, the longer we do it, hopefully the more benefit we will have. So don't worry if it doesn't work at this time. Doesn't matter if it doesn't work for a long time. I found some of these meditations very difficult and strange and resisted them, but over a period of time began to see the value in them. So this is kindness to self, and we'll be using a few simple phrases to bring this kindness to ourselves. And always be aware that we are kind to ourselves. We feed ourselves, we clothe ourselves properly. We don't do generally things to harm ourselves, and naturally are kind to ourselves. It's just a way of getting in touch with that sense of kindness. So, as in the previous meditation, make yourself comfortable in your chair or on the floor if you're lying down. And if you're on a chair, make sure your back is straight and you're away from the back of the chair. You're not slouched. Maybe give your shoulders a little bit of a roll. Just make sure you got rid of any tension. Again, the same as you're lying down. It's always important to be as comfortable as you can. Maybe just move your neck around a little bit. Maybe a few deep breaths to start. And so now, if you feel comfortable with that, just close your eyes. And just bring some awareness to your body. Maybe starting with the feet on the floor, contact with the heels and the toes. Maybe the contact of your legs with the chair or the floor. how that feels. Maybe your hands resting in your lap, lying by your side on the floor. Maybe the hands together. Just bring some awareness to your hands. And maybe to your stomach, to your breath going in and out, to your chest, your ribs, and shoulders, any tension in your shoulders, your neck, your face, the muscles in your face. And then the body as a whole, just be aware of yourself lying down or sat in your chair at this moment in time. And just spend a few moments being aware of the breath which we have tuned into in the previous meditation. Remember, we don't need to change this breath. We don't need to do anything different. We just need to be aware of the breath breathing itself. Now try and bring some awareness to how you're feeling. Are you feeling good or not so good? Are you feeling calm or maybe a little bit anxious? Just be aware of how you're feeling. Don't try and change it. Don't try to make any judgment about it. It's enough just to be aware of how you're feeling. So we're not trying to change how we feel. We're not trying to say one state is better than another. We're just being aware of how you're feeling at this moment in time. And so what we're trying to do is to bring a sense of warmth, of kindness to ourselves, to get in contact with this sense that's already there. And see if we can start by just being aware of the way in which our breath can be soothing. Just going back to the breath can sometimes calm us down, reduce anxiety, and it's there all the time to use. So just to spend a few moments with this sense of breath as being calming, relaxing, soothing. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say a few short phrases, and I want you to see if there is any resonance with these phrases. By that I just mean, do you notice any physical sensations, any thoughts, any emotions, even colors or associations, just anything at all when we say these sounds? And it doesn't matter if you don't notice anything, it doesn't matter if you don't feel anything. It's just enough to take your awareness to these sounds and the effect of these phrases. So the first phrase is, may I be well. And maybe use your breathing to kind of focus your response. May I be well. And the next phrase I like to drop in is, may I be happy. And you may not think that at the moment you can be happy or deserve to be happy. Don't judge that, just go with the feelings, responses to this. So what resonates with the phrase, may I be happy? And remember, thoughts about anything are not facts, they're just thoughts. So you can let them go. May I be happy. And the next wish for ourselves, may things go well for me. So what response do you have to the phrase? If you have none, that's fine. May things go well for me. And the final phrase is, may I be free from suffering. No, it's never possible to be free from suffering. And this is not meant to be taken literally. This is just a wish. And again, this is a wish that everybody has. Nobody wants to suffer. Everybody wants to be happy. So, may I be free from suffering. And so it really doesn't matter what the phrases are that we use. It doesn't even matter if we use the phrases. It's just trying to bring a sense of warmth and care and kindness to yourself. And this might be done just through the use of a soothing breath, or it might be just done by one word. It might just be the word happy. Or maybe a phrase that you find useful for yourself. You just use whatever you want. So for the last few moments, just use whatever way you want to bring this sense of warmth and kindness to yourself. So in a few moments, we'll bring this meditation to a close. Take your time. Finish when you feel comfortable. Don't rush. Maybe make some small movements with your hands and your fingers, with your head. And when you feel ready, then you bring your meditation to an end. So thank you for sharing this meditation with me. I will be doing a session like this every Sunday between 12 and about 12:45 if you want to do the session along with other people, or just use it in your own time. And again, if you've got any comments or anything you want to ask or anything you want to suggest for poems or anything like that, feel free to use the Facebook page to do that. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for sharing your time and my time. So I will say goodbye and perhaps see you again. Okay, bye-bye.